AOL and Yahoo plan to call themselves by a new name after its $4.5 billion deal with Verizon closes. Oath. AOL chief Tim Armstrong confirming the move in a Twitter post yesterday. But the new name did not go over so well on social media, with some suggesting that Oath sounded more like a heavy metal band than a digital brand. Joining us now is AOL CEO Tim Armstrong. Tim, do you care what people think? Did you read these Twitter posts?
Yeah, by the way, we care that people care, and you know,
that's a good point.
Oath is a commitment brand. It's values-based, and it's really a B2B brand. It's like Berkshire Hathaway. It's a behind-the-scene brand that supports some of the largest digital brands that we own in the world: Yahoo, AOL, Huffington Post, TechCrunch, Yahoo Sports, Yahoo Finance. And so it's you know, for us, this has been a great opportunity to actually get out and tell our story. And you know, Oath is something that we wanted to tie all of our global talent together on a values-based business, but promote our big brands externally, which we'll do in Q2, back out to the world.
In layman's terms, I guess, or for everybody, you keep the Yahoo brand. If you've got a Yahoo email account, that stays. AOL, that stays. This is just the overarching name that you came up with.
Yeah, you know, the brands we have are some of the most powerful brands in the digital economy, and not only are we going to keep them, we're going to be investing in them. So consumers will see massive investments in terms of the Yahoo brand, the AOL brand, Huffington Post, and TechCrunch, and Yahoo Finance. So this is our opportunity actually to tell a very big consumer story, starting with a B2B story, which is, why did we organize all these brands together? It's because the economy is going from linear to a software-based economy. We're one of the largest players. We're going to reach 1.3 billion consumers a month with this collection of assets. So Oath is really just a house of brands, and with some of those powerful brands in the world.
Lee does this for a living.
Right.
She does messaging and she does polling, and one of the jokes that somebody made was that Oath sounds like oaf, which is not, or loaf, which is also a verb that it doesn't have the greatest connotation.
Oath also sounds like growth. And that's our, you know, that's one of the things we're really focused on, is how do we grow. So.
Well, I think, you know, oftentimes when a new name comes out, people criticize it. Remember when the iPad first came out, when Verizon was first named that, people just criticize it. So I wouldn't be discouraged by that. But I am intrigued by this idea that it's a values-based organization, because we're seeing more and more that people want to know the values of the companies that they're investing in or that they're part of. And so tell me a little bit about what that means and what kind of values you're standing for.
Yeah, in you know, today's world, basically you have instant connectivity to the whole world in terms of the consumer landscape and the business landscape. So for us, the most important things we invest in are, you know, number one is talent. And in our business, we're trying to get behind the world's best brand builders. So if you're running one of our big brands, you're the star in our organization. And so we can't connect you by saying, hey, you're underneath this brand, Oath is on top of you. We do the opposite, which is we want to be connected by values. If you're running one of our brands, we want you to serve that audience, have a commitment of Oath to that audience, and we're going to stand behind you. So I always say that, you know, we're the soil that great brands grow out of, and Oath is that values-based environment where you can be hyper-creative, hyper-talented at your brand building. You can come to us and be in our environment, and we're going to promote you. And we have some of the brands that are up and coming, like Riot, the best AR/VR company. I think it's been nominated the last 2 years for Oscars that we own, all the way through Huffington Post, which is now in almost 20 countries and reaches 200 million consumers. And we have a great portfolio, but it's really about the values. We care about those brands, so come into our value system and we'll help you promote yourself.
Did you come up with the name after that massive data breach at Yahoo? Was this in an effort to put that to rest or change the perception of what happened at the company?
Yeah, no, we came up with a brand name about a year ago.
Okay.
And so what we did is we took a step back and said, in the future, we're going to be a house of brands. What would be something that would connect all those brands well together? And we started with values. And I think that you know, what we're seeing internally is these value statements are going to be three-word statements that all the brands have their own oath overall. So we thought about this a year ago. I think all the things that have happened, both with fake news and all the data breaches that have been happening, actually leans into what we're doing. Is we want to be a company that's long-term committed and focused. So